team, developing this team. Notre Dame does such a good job of making you win the game. They don't foul you. They don't turn the ball over to you. They make you win the game. And had several players step up, including Austin Johnson citing on offense, including different guys, whether it was Mike Poole in the first half. It was a very good team performance.
Mike, on the surface, one-day turnaround wouldn't seem like a plus for a young team, but maybe it was for you guys to get that out of their system from Saturday.
Well, we need to get that out of our system, and I threatened them. I didn't practice yesterday. I didn't go live. We kind of walked through and said, look, I still have West Virginia in the back of my mind. You guys, you're lucky you have this quick turnaround. But I'm proud of them. They kind of responded the right way. We had a great walkthrough today, a very spirited walkthrough, and guys seem to, we're excited to get back on the court and prove that wasn't the real Rutgers team on Saturday.
Mike, best Big East start since 2003-04, I think. What does that mean to this team in terms of confidence and knowing that they're getting there?
That's all it should mean is confidence. We talk about, as you guys walk in our locker room, we want to be on the left side. That's where the top 8 are, and the bottom 8 are on the right side. One of our managers talked to me about, he's a senior, I don't know if I've ever been on the left side. And so, we're yelling left side tonight. This is a chance, again, for this program to finally matter, finally to, become relevant. And again, it's just one game. We're 3-3. That's great. But there's a lot of basketball, so hopefully they understand how tough and do what's made them successful.
Mike, was this kind of the opposite of those early season games where you let a team hang around and they came in and kind of stole it, whereas you let them hang around and then kind of just put them away at the end?
In the last 5 minutes, if you've watched us, we didn't finish games out, our first 11 games. And Eli, I don't think, was at his best, but again, Jerome picked it up. Austin Johnson made a couple, Gilvitas. So we had different guys stepped up. The ball wasn't sticking in our hands at all. And that's always a positive. Because we're an attack team, we're going to go off the bounce. But I like how unselfish this team was, and I liked how they finished. There wasn't a panic. There wasn't a nervousness to this team, which is positive.
First half, the best offensive 20 minutes of the season?
Yeah, it was especially against zone. I was shocked that he came zone so early. And our guys, we prepared for zone. I just didn't expect it so early. And boy, I loved how our guys, we made such an emphasis on our guards of throwing the ball into the paint. Because we didn't do that at all against Pitt and West Virginia. And we made a concentrated effort, and they actually responded by throwing the ball, whether against zone or man, into the paint, and good things happened.
What happened in the last 5 minutes, I think, from the 5:18 mark until Jerome went to the line? You guys didn't score.
Missed shots, bad plays, good defense. A lot happened. That's what you're going to get. It's what's going to happen with this team. So but before of allowing that 5 minutes to dictate how we defended or dictate how we acted, we didn't. So there was maturity, actually, that happened. Do I want a 5-minute stretch of not scoring? Of course not. But I thought we responded with maturity and toughness.
Mike, AJ, they get 10 points from him and an efficient 10 points. What was that like of a boost for you guys?
It's unbelievable. And again, it's such a difference. He's bouncy, he's active, he's confident. And so, he's doing such a good job with our young guys, explaining things to them. Coming off the bench is probably the best thing for him. He doesn't have any jitters. He seems like a different player than he did the first part of the season. And again, we need that. We need points in the paint. We need somebody, especially if Gilvitas is playing a little too fast. We need Austin Johnson or somebody. And Derek cut the ball and made simple plays. So that's a positive.
Mike, it seems like, assists are a stat that some people are invested in and others aren't. You guys were not very good with that stat in conference play, but 11 I think was the average, and you had 10 in the first half. Has that been an emphasis? Are you an assist guy?
Yeah, every coach is an assist guy. The ball was sticking in our hands, and the ball was sticking on the same side. So I think getting the ball inside helped our guards with our movement. It collapsed the defense, and we were free to move a little bit easier. And so, it seemed a lot easier than it did against West Virginia. Again, West Virginia forces you to do some of those things, but tonight was a very unselfish play with a purpose, and that's important for such a young team.
Like, you walk out on the court, Dane's hitting people in the back, talking to his teammates. Has he eventually evolved? Is he the leader of the team?
He's been unbelievable the last 2 weeks. But again, as you look in our lockers, I have two things that are their weaknesses that we put up on Sunday, and his was consistent energy. And so if he gives me that, again, we're such a better ball club with him giving that effort. Again, you look at the stat line, 4 blocks. I mean, the one on Cooley, it was unbelievable. 3 steals, 2 assists, 8 rebounds. That's what Dane Miller does.
Like these last 2 weeks with Dane, has that been the most consistent energy since probably you've been here with him?
Yes, it has. And I have no idea why, but I'd like it to keep going.
Mike, just talk about Poole's effort off the bench, what he gave you
Really
guys.
solid in the first half, wasn't he? And if he didn't turn the ball over when I didn't want a shot, I just wanted to move the basketball from side to side. He just got too deep. He was really good. He's our best communicator. And general fan, what does that mean? Well, no, that means everything if you want to be a great defensive team. And he's so solid and just wants everybody to, plays for his teammates. And for him to now make simple plays and make a couple of baskets and feel good about himself, Mike needed to bounce back, and he certainly had that. He would have had a great game if that turnover.
How is Jerome's grasp compared to maybe where it was 4 weeks ago?
To know Jerome when he shot 32 times a game in high school and didn't care whether it was turnover, to have his growth to what he did tonight, he's actually a calming influence, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Because he was completely out of his mind in high school. He was a complete attack, and he would never slow down. And for him to be a calming influence, for him to have a positive assist to turnover, shows you how much he's actually grown. And again, his offense will come once he becomes a little bit more comfortable. But he was another person. Again, we couldn't have won this the first 4 weeks of the season. We'd have gotten our own way. And tonight we seemed to get out of our own way after that 5-minute stretch and won a game.
Do you feel like the team's finally turning the corner in the sense of closing out games like this?
Oh, we're going to be great the rest of the year. We're never going to lose a game. Come on. Did you watch West Virginia? I'm going to try as hard as I can on Wednesday to get it better. And then Thursday, and then Friday, and then Georgetown Saturday. That's all I can think about doing. Because if I think any further down this line, I'll lose all my hair or pull it out. And so it's just what you have. And so they're getting better. They're getting out of their own way. They're attacking their weaknesses. They're playing. So the formula is working. It's going to be a process.
Mike, any concerns with the late start and having these guys just kind of sit around all day, or not?
I hated it. I don't know what they don't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning anyway, so I have no idea. We start, both teams started at 9, so. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike.